These are the worst floods to hit the central United States in 70 years. Just last week, tornadoes slammed some of these same states. People still picking up the pieces of their shattered lives all over the planet. Natural disasters are wreaking havoc. An earthquake just hit Spain, killing at least 8 people. And of course, you remember the catastrophic earthquake and tsunami in Japan, which killed almost 15,000 people. What the hell is going on? Is it global warming or global weirding, as some experts are starting to call it? Straight out to Heidi Cullen. She is a major expert, author of The Weather of the Future, Heat Waves, Extreme Storms, and Other Scenes from a Climate Change Planet. I agree with you totally. This, in my opinion, is climate change. In fact, global warming is kind of a misnomer. It's really going to cause crazy weather everywhere. What do you know?
Well, I think one of the things that we understand really well about climate change or global warming, whatever you want to call it, the fact that the planet is heating up, we know that it works its way into our weather, and it makes the weather more extreme, more weird, if you will. So we can expect to see more floods, more droughts, more wildfires, things that are really costly and really deadly in many cases.
Now, these disasters, as you just said, they cost billions of dollars in damage.
Absolutely.
My heart goes out to the people all over the world trying to rebuild their lives from scratch. But this brings me to a big issue. Is it time for us as a culture to say enough is enough? Is it cheaper to stop living a consumeristic, resource-gobbling lifestyle? To stop that? Would that be better than just watching these horrific disasters, one after the other, that are costing us billions and billions of dollars? It's simple. Look what I use. I use a reusable canister. Most people use plastic water bottles. Those are destroying the planet. They're part of climate change. Is this kind of backlash for we're 5% of the world's population in the United States. We use 30% of the world's resources, and we're one of the main reasons why there is climate change.
Yeah, Jane, it's such an important point. I mean, when we're looking at the floods in the Midwest right now, $4 billion is what they've costed so far. And I think when we think about global warming and climate change, we got to break it down into two parts. We've got to end our addiction to dirty, polluting energy sources, things like coal and oil, and really begin to invest in clean energy sources that won't run out and that come from right here in the U.S., things like wind and solar. And we also need to invest in our aging infrastructure. We need to figure out ways to protect ourselves from these increasingly ominous weather events that we've been having to deal with.
Every time you see extreme weather, I think we should all think about our own behavior and whether we're contributing to it. Because if we're creating global warming or climate change, I prefer to call it, not some hypothetical person over there, then we're the ones who are changing the climate and causing all this horrific weather. So look in the mirror. This is something that is not just nature. This is something we're doing.